All right, y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe like I always tell y'all to do in the beginning or the end of my videos. Check it out. Before we start, write me at KingTyson713 at yahoo.com. If you want my advice about something, you want my opinion about something, write me, KingTyson713 at yahoo.com. Also, if you like this content, please go to the video tab section of this YouTube channel. Click on the video that interests you. Watch it. Give me some feedback in the comments. I really appreciate that. So look, let's make this quick video. I do not make long videos because if I make long videos, I'm going to get tired of talking. Y'all going to cut it off. Y'all ain't going to watch the long thing. So I try to make short videos, get it in and get it out. That's my thing. So look, this short video is going to be about, I just seen a clip of Jeannie and young Jeezy. They've been going through a crazy divorce battle. Crazy. There was a video off a body cam from a police officer who was called out. Jeannie Mae. She came over. This was after the divorce was over with. The judge had ruled in order for her to get her things from the house that she lived with Jeezy. It was Jeezy's house. She had moved from California to Atlanta, where Jeezy lives at, in a house. And looking at the outside of the house, man, it's a huge house. It got like 5 or 6 garages. Big, beautiful house. And I guess Jeezy, he wasn't there. He had his assistants there talking to Jeannie Mae. Had the police, Jeannie Mae called the police with her. She had a moving truck. She was trying to move and get her stuff out. Jeezy had the stuff that he wanted to pack up that was claiming her stuff, because she had an order from the judge that said, hey, you get this stuff. I guess she kept saying it was like 10 pages or 20 pages worth of things with or whatever that she was awarded to get that was her stuff. And so I guess Jeezy had things packed up in boxes out in the garage. So she went there to go get her things, but she kept demanding to go in the house. She kept demanding to go in the house. Man, the assistant was saying, hey, look, man, you know, Jeezy not here to give his authority to go through the house. She kept saying she want to do this walkthrough to make sure all her stuff is there. She just can't trust what the judge ordered for her to get off these boxes that Jeezy packed up and put outside, or assistant packed up and put outside. So it was a big mess or whatnot. I'm not going to go into details of what they had going on when they was going through the whole battles, going through the divorce, all the things, the reason why they was going through the divorce. I'm not going to get into all that. That's you know, that's they stuff, right? I'm only making this video to say that I see brothers complaining, right? I see brothers in the inbox. I see brothers on the comments on the videos and stuff, and they like, man, this is why I don't get married, man. These women demand everything. These women this, these women that. That's what I'm saying. You know, it ain't about being married. You know, what get married for? And I seen the comments, and I'm like, yo, listen. 2 things I want to say. The first thing is this, brothers. Let's go. Just go to my brothers. Brothers, we gotta stop comparing celebrity life to our regular life. I'm gonna keep it real, brothers. We got it bad looking at a celebrity or athlete, actor, whatever, what they go through in their personal life, and we compare it to us and say, man, that's the reason why, because look at what they going through. The tax bracket don't match. Our tax bracket with their tax bracket don't match. And we get shit so misconstrued when it come to that. You got brothers who got $250 a month child support, complaining about child support. Man, the system is just rigged. It's going against the black. It's going against the black man. It's going against. And child support $250, and then y'all behind on $250 child support. It's keeping it real. You got brothers who you're not marriage minded in the first place. So why do you even care if this man went through a marriage and going through a divorce? You're not marriage minded anyway. That's just another excuse for you to look at somebody's situation. There's another excuse to blame women for everything. Because a lot of times brothers blaming women. This is the reason why women this and that. Man, listen. Man, with marriage comes divorce sometimes. And divorce, I've been through divorce before. Divorce get bad, it get nasty. Brothers, a lot of times I see brothers not even making $40,000 a year on their job, and they worried about a woman taking something from them. Like, you mad because a celebrity, a woman is not, a fiance of a celebrity or athlete is not signing a prenup. See, that's what I'm talking about. Women need to sign a prenup. We gonna get married. If I get married, she gonna sign a prenup. Bro, you ain't got, it's not the same, bro. It's not the same thing. I remember Yo Gotti got this song, Recession Proof. He got this song, hey, that say, what I look like trying to compete with Jay. He talking about Jay-Z. I stay in my own lane. I know my lane. And that's the thing, brothers. You got to know your lane. You can't compare your regular life, our regular life, to a celebrity life. And that be the thing. They listen to, you know, these brothers who are famous, brothers who got money or whatever, and how they move. Like it might be a brother that's single, that's got notoriety, fame, money, such and such, and they might say, hey, you know, I can't be married because of XYZ. And you got regular brothers taking on this. Well, that's why I can't be married, because look at them. They not married. Look what they saying. It's a different lifestyle. It's a different lifestyle. If you're a celebrity man, or you're an athlete or whatever, y'all got to understand. It's easier for these brothers to say, I ain't trying to get married. I got a lot to lose if the shit don't work out. A lot of time these brothers be the women that when you see they women on their arm, a lot of times the brothers be paying for the women. I'm gonna keep it real. They be paying for these women. These women wouldn't be on their arm if they was a celebrity. If it wasn't for the clout or whatever, they wouldn't be on their arm. A lot of times they gotta pay for women to be on their side. But that's the part they don't really talk about like that. But from the outside, you just thinking they pushing all type of game, and it don't even be that. Brothers, stop worrying about what you can lose. You miss out on having a good woman, finding a good wife in your life, because you worried about blaming women. That's something that could happen that ain't even happened. I'm gonna give y'all an example, man. I was just talking to the homie today. And he was talking about his father, right? His father was sick. His father was having a heart attack. He had some blood clots, right? And he got sick. He's married. The brother's married, right? My homie's father is married, right? To his mother, right? The mother was there in the household when he was going through when the father was going through this. Called the ambulance, took him on to the hospital. He had to go through what he go through, but he's getting a lot better, right? I got a cousin, R.I.P. TD, man, Tyrus D. That's like my cousin, but it's like my brother. That's how we grew up. My brother Tyrus D passed because he had surgery. He had a blood clot that go to his heart. But guess what? Tyrus D lived by himself. There was no woman in the household. No wife. He wasn't married. He didn't have kids. So no woman, no wife, no kids that was there. If he was struggling with something, he was having a heart attack, she could have called the ambulance. He could have saved, his life could have been saved. Who knows? You know, if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. But at least you could have had a fighting chance when you got a woman there. You got kids there that could say, hey, something's going on. You by yourself, you ain't got no woman. Anything, we get older, things happen. You need somebody by your side. And we got more brothers pushing off women. You pushing off women because you mad at women. You mad at women for things that ain't even happened. You talking about a divorce and what you could lose out on and never been married before. You don't even know what the marriage experience is because a lot of times brothers ain't been married. You worried about the what ifs. You know, that don't make sense. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop comparing, listen to these celebrities, listen to these athletes, the life that they live in. A lot of that shit be a fucking mirage anyway. A lot of that shit be fake and phony. But people believe it because it's coming from a celebrity or athlete or whatever. I'm just keeping it real. So, like I say, divorces are nasty. It gets bad in divorces. But when you get married, you don't go into a marriage thinking about a divorce. Now, brothers, I will say, if you go into a marriage, you do protect yourself. Ladies, I tell ladies all the time, you going through a marriage, you know, I say protect yourself as well. You need to have you some money put up somewhere, because anything can happen. I know ladies they want a man to provide for everything, but what happened when the relationship don't work and the brother and the man move on about his business, leave you alone, and you ain't got nothing going for yourself, no motion, your livelihood depending on this man. So when this man move around, what do you got for yourself? You got to move back in with your moms, move back in with a family member, move in with your best friend until you get your life together? No, have your own motion. Brothers, protect yourself financially too. There's ways brothers can protect themselves when you get married. You know, you love your wife, you do for your wife, but you keep some things to the side somewhere. Put something in your mama's name, something, you know what I mean? You put something to the side, because you never know. Hey, love is one thing, but when it go through divorce happens, you put something to the side. You know, I don't give you too much game on that, but talk to a lawyer about some shit. If you really got money like that, investments like that, businesses like that, talk to a lawyer just in case. But a lot of the time, 9 times out of 10, brothers ain't got. And I'm not saying brothers as in just black men. I'm just talking about just men in general, regular men in general. The average man don't have businesses, don't have investments like that, but be worried about a woman taking something from them. You can't live your life like that. You can't live your life in paranoia. You a man. You go in a situation on your own too. If it work out, it work out. If it don't, it don't, and you come out like a man. You gonna go in there in this marriage. If that's the route you're gonna go, and if it work, it's a beautiful thing. If it don't, you're gonna go through the heartbreak, go through all the bullshit. When you come out, you'll be a better man behind it. You got a testimony. You know, real talk. Like, we gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop doing that. You know, we can't, you know, we in the era to where, especially the social media era, and people put everything in your face, and a lot of that shit, I'm saying, be fake and phony. You be thinking the couples that you see the most are that be posting all the pictures, matching outfits, this and that. You thinking these people got it all. You're like, oh, they just a perfect couple, this and that. Man, behind closed door, probably going through the most shit. And you in your regular relationship, and you ain't got much but each other, but you got a happy relationship. You love to come home to your dude. You love to come home to your woman. Real talk. Real talk. But as far as the Jeannie Mae and Jeezy situation, man, it's life, man. Jeezy will recover. Jeezy will be all right. You know, Jeezy got money, man. Jeezy a hustler. He got it. He be all right. Jeannie Mae. Now, the second thing I want to talk about, speaking of Jeannie Mae, right? Now we're talking about that, right? Because it's going to be a 2-part video. I do believe what you do to people in past relationships will come back to you in future relationships. And we got to remember, Jeannie Mae was already married to a man before, who you could tell loved her, and he wanted to have kids with her. They was married, I believe, for about, if I'm not mistaken, I think they was married for like 10 years. They was married. The man wanted to have kids with her. She refused to have kids with that man. But guess what? The man loved her. Dude seemed to be a good man. Excuse me about that. Dude seemed to be a good man. She left him alone. Got with Jeezy. Guess what? They wasn't together long, and she had a baby. Happy about a baby. Beautiful baby. Jeannie Ma's ex-husband, he got remarried, still with his wife. They got kids together, and they living happily ever after right now. And Jeannie Ma just had a baby, and now you going through this nasty divorce, and now you a single parent. There's nothing wrong with being a single parent, but I'm saying you could have had a child with your first husband. It could have worked out, but it could have worked out. But you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? I mean, people do our personal choices. Whatever happens, you got to stand in it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes how you treat people is your karma sometimes in your next relationship. This is why, brothers, when you dog women out, and I talk to my brothers right now, you dog women out without being truthful with them, being honest with them, to say you don't really want to be with them like that. You just sleeping with them, wasting their time, and that's what you don't, like I said, you don't want to be with them, right? Instead of you being honest and you not being honest, future and you had good women that you could have been with, but you wasn't trying to be with them. But in the future, you might like a certain woman, want to be with this woman, and the relationship might not work out. And you trying to figure out, damn, why am I not having good vibes with the next woman I'm trying to be, when you really trying to be in a committed relationship and it don't work out? You got to look at the past things you did in past relationships. It's laws of the universe. You can't dog people out and then expect on things to be blessed for you with somebody else. It's something to think about. And that goes for men and for women. But look, I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace and blessings. One love. On to the next one. I'm out.